Hi everyone, Jesse here with eTrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at the Thule WingBar Evo Roof Rack Kit and how it works with our 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5. The Ioniq 5 is a pretty practical car with some storage space in it, but you may have all the seats filled up and some luggage in the back and you're looking to get a little bit of extra storage out of your vehicle. Well, this Thule WingBar Evo, you can throw on accessories such as a kayak carrier, a cargo box, or even a bike rack. The name wing bar comes from the shape of your crossbar here, which is kind of shaped like an airplane wing, which is kind of going to cut down on that wind noise. Along with the rubber stripping here, you can see the pieces poking up. That's also going to cut down on your whistling and your wind noise. Nice feature about the Thule is you can simply flip this up and then you can slide in any track mounted accessories, but also clamp on accessories will work just as well. As we can see, there's plenty of space beneath our crossbar here in between the roof and the bottom of our crossbar. It's going to give you plenty of room to get your clamp-on accessories on without scratching or damaging the roof. And then with our side cap here, it does not come with a tumbler install, but there is an optional kit in case you wanted a little bit more security. That'll add a lock and key there so nobody can come in and loosen up your crossbars and possibly walk off with them. While we have the side cap off, we'll just take a look at the inner workings here. We have a nice sturdy clamp along with a rubber foot that nicely wraps around our raised rail here and makes it nice and secure. To begin our installation, you will see that we've already installed the rear crossbar. The process for the front one is going to be essentially the same. But before we get to building everything and putting it on the car, let's just go over each part and make sure we have it. First, we have our 50-inch crossbar with the weather stripping. We've already installed ours, but if you're getting it new, you will have to cut it to length and then just push it in and make sure it's seated. Then with our parts for our feet, we have our main tower here. Then our A clamp. Over here is our C clamp, an end cap, and the B, which is just the padding for our foot. You also have the nut to tighten it down, and I do recommend having a measuring tape just to make sure you have everything lined up where you want it, and of course the tool for getting everything tightened. So we do already have one of our towers roughly assembled and ready to be installed on our crossbar, so I'll walk you through how to do it with the other one. We'll take our tower here, start with our A clamp. It's going to kind of slot in, just get your bolt to line up. Follow that up with your B, which is your rubber foot. These are only going to really fit in one way. Just line up all the tabs and push it in. And then our C has a slot on the top and a hole. That slot's going to go through that piece on our A clamp. Slide it through and get our bolt lined up with that. Then your nut, you'll notice one end has a hex. You'll want to make sure that's on the outside. That way we can tighten it down. Get your bolt lined up and loosely thread that on. So we'll take our crossbar and flip it over. There's a push tab here to pop the end cap off. Take that off and we can slide our tower assembly. It's just going to slot right into there and reinstall our end cap. Thule does include some built-in measurement strips that will adjust as you move your tower, which is really nice. Once we get everything figured out, we can use that to make sure that our towers are even on both sides. That way we don't have too much overhang on one side. But now, with everything loose, we'll take this over to the vehicle and get it onto our roof. Now, I do recommend having an extra set of hands. You don't want to damage your roof at all, but we'll just get this lined up and set down on top of our rails. Now that we have our front crossbar loosely placed on our roof, this is when you want to break out your tape measure. So we'll want to measure from center to center, from the front to the back. We're usually looking for a spread of about 30 inches, but this is a smaller roof, so you might want to bring it in a little bit more. It just depends on what you're using it for. But once you have it set where you need it, we can take our tool and tighten down both sides. And with this tool, it does have a built-in torquing feature that'll bring you to 4 Newton meters, and you'll kind of feel it click. I like to get one side snug, then move to the other side, and then come back and do my final torque. And of course, before you fully torque your towers down, you will want to double check your overhang, make sure it's even on both sides, and also take a look at your padded foot. Make sure it's got a nice wrap around that raised rail and you got it installed correctly. But once we get it torqued down all the way, you'll hear the click, and we can install our end cap. And now we're ready to throw our accessories on and go on our next adventure. So that's going to do it for our look at the Thule WingBar Evo Roof Rack Kit on our 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5.